Hello, Data Maniac here, and today I'm going to be doing a software matchup. Sketchup versus Tinkercad. Let's see who wins and let's see who loses. So, the rules for this battle are A, it's supposed to be based 3D printing based. It's supposed to help with 3D printing models. B, they both have to be cheap. They both have to be under $20 or free. C, they either have to be browser-based or you have to be able to download them. Nothing from the App Store should be allowed. Okay, let's start. We're going to base our programs based on 3 criteria. A, they have to be able to create models very easily and not time-consumingly. 2, they have to be kind of simple and intuitive. They can't just be like, oh, I'm a nerd, I can use this program. They should be able to be used by all people. Architects, kids, teachers, doctors, whatever. And 3, they have to be easy to upload. They cannot take up too much space on your computer. Otherwise, what's the point of having it? Get a picture? Let's see who wins. And first off, we're going to start with Tinkercad, as you can see right there. Tinkercad is a browser-based program that uses shapes, basic shapes, to fill in spaces and take away from spaces. Now, Tinkercad is very intuitive, but the problem is it's very unconventional, and for programs like Sketchup, it may seem very childish. Sketchup, however, is more mature. He's stronger. He probably has better. It takes up a lot more space, but however, it gives you better programs at a price. Sketchup Pro costs $399 to buy for the Pro version, which allows you to export it into OBJ, STL, WPA, and WPZ files. Tinkercad already does that without any price. So far, why don't we give Tinkercad 1 and 0 for Sketchup? So we covered the cost and spacing of the both programs and Tinkercad 1 because A, it's free, 2, it's browser-based, so it's cloud data. You can sign in on multiple devices. And C, you don't need a flash drive to communicate within other devices. You only need the internet. But now we have to take into account ease of making shapes. Now, Tinkercad is technically more intuitive. However, SketchUp is more like drawing-based for people who don't like to fiddle around with shapes but are easier with 2D to 3D instead of 3D just to start. 2D to 3D also helps a lot of people who are very good drawing because then they can take their drawing, scale it up, and then add on to that. So, you can create a little bit more complex shapes without having to download them or anything. You can just draw it out, lift it, and you have a shape. Pretty cool. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to award a tie, 0.5 to both. So far, we are going to have 1.5 for Tinkercad and only 0.5 for Sketchup. We'll see who wins in our next criteria, ease of access from everybody. Now, the problem with Sketchup is, too kind of dark. The problem with Sketchup is that it's kind of hard to make shapes and stuff, and it's kind of a learning curve. But once you master SketchUp, you are free to create much more complex designs very quickly and easier. The problem with Tinkercad is it requires a much less learning curve to get the basics down, but in order to create very complex shapes, it's very, very hard and time-consuming. So I'm going to have to award 0.5 to both things again because SketchUp has a learning curve, but it can make much more complex shapes very easily. Tinkercad allows for much simpler shapes to be made with a lot less of a learning curve, but to make complex shapes, it takes a long time. So, to wrap up this video, we're going to give 0.5 to both. So, we are going to say that Tinkercad with 2 points beats Sketchup with only 1 point. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful.